So it's 1905 in Warsaw, Poland. The working class is beginning a revolt for better hours, human decency, and decent pay. Poland is being taken over by Russian imperialists, and the air is gray with the smell of possible revolution. But in the air of seriousness given with the historical events are fantasy undertones that support the game. This is in the form of supernatural events and unique mages called Thaumaturges. Thaumaturges call on the power of Salutors, being created from the negative human emotions and tragic events that bond with a human with a corresponding sin. In this case, our guy, Wiktor Saluski, has the sin of pride, and his Salutor, Upir, came to him.
And then do a planned attack. Suffering triggers. Oh my god, okay, you know? Wow, I just wanted to knock this guy out. That was a lot.
Salutors are very powerful. Their influence can infect entire towns and incite violence or even affect the physical world directly. Because of this, there is a fear that follows Thaumaturges. In this game, many believe they're trying to control the world. One of the creatures Wiktor can capture was causing people to ignore their natural survival instinct, while causing people within a large area in the city to suddenly start fighting each other. That's very strong. Because of incidents like this, Thaumaturges seem to be a natural defense against these demons. Some seek to become more powerful, losing their minds in the process. Some do use their powers to seek their own fortune. Wiktor seems to be searching for power to prove he is the ultimate Thaumaturge. But in truth, this stems from his need to both to seek his father's approval and show that he's better than him. Yeah, daddy issues pretty messed up, and that's where the issue with time on this review starts to come in. We aren't that big and would like to keep these within a certain time frame. We love the story, but there simply is no way we can go over the many layers we enjoyed with the great detail without having this be nearly an hour long. From the use of the people like Rasputin to actual historical events and how they mix that with each fantasy aspect of Salutors and how they represented the mindset of people going through an unpredictable time. The revolutionaries, the Russians, and how they seek control, and then the additional characters and cultural background used in every area. So the best way we can do this is to sum it up. We enjoyed nearly everything. Our issues with the story come from how certain things are told and what we wish we did see. Because our parented, the bad area will have more details than usual. Ultimately, we felt the story drew us and kept our attention. In order to save time and move into the next area of this review, the next question is how they did this.
Excited, like it's one of my favorite. Cocky bastard, yeah. I'm too prideful. Like
quantity doesn't always translate to quality.
Exactly.
Call the rest. We got one with a death wish.
Oh, and because I did that, he called more people. You know what? I'm okay. Let's go. I love the violin. Good stuff. Combat begin.
The Thaumaturge is a turn-based RPG that does multiple choice dialogue based on your stats. They do a great job with these, not feeling like shallow choices just to gather your attention before ultimately arriving at the same end. Some choices will continue to feed your sin with pride. Some other personally take over. Because of this, you can get locked out of situations. If you answer with pride too much, some options will become unavailable, eventually leading to outcomes where the character will automatically do options based on pride because it's too integrated into their being. Nearing the end of the game, we had some unexpected results because of this. That was very entertaining. Many results can outright get someone killed. Because of that, the replayability for those willing to see different personality paths would get a lot out of this. Even choices that have nothing to do with personality types seem to lead to interesting outcomes. But there was an issue with this that we will be coming back to. Turn-based combat was quick and fun. Combat was more of a puzzle, or at least that the feeling we got. Not a large variety of enemies, but each also had personality types and weapons. Weapons like knives or swords that could cause you to bleed, then other weapons that could make you lose a turn. Then you had skills that made you move fast or slower on hit or hit harder based on conditions being met. Many you learned from your Salutors. Because of this, having a large variety of them was optional. A stagger system that, if utilized, could grant a massive bonus in damage. Then some of the enemy personality types could cancel out your own, entirely requiring you to find the right Thaumaturge to hit them and cancel out their own special abilities. So great concept that feels different and is fun. Love working with my Thaumaturges to take out 8 people in a fancy hat and a pistol. But there are problems with this, and we will once again return to them.
Olena, my beauty. Someone would like to meet you. Please, let's go.
I already have company. Go away.
This isn't the theater, honey. No need to make a scene. Move it.
I could just back off. Nah, I don't know what this is about, but guy, we're talking. Go away. You're being rude to me now.
2. An unreliable, wealthy bitch and a fool trying to be a hero.
Bore.
Get lost, unless you want to solve it another way.
I'll
Sure.
make it clear.
Yeah, like I'm fine with that. Let's go. God damn it, guns again? Guys, calm down. I'm trying to just work on my fist fighting skills, but you're forcing me to use my stand every time. This guy's gonna act immediately. We do need to disable his skill. It'll protect me from his crap. Let's just doing this right away should be good. Maybe we'll get lucky and push him back. Nope. That's fine. Other guy still needs a whole turn. Looks like I can take away his power immediately, and what we can do with this guy. We can open up some old wounds. Magic.
The game has a massive variety of collectibles that can get you things like different clothing to wear and interesting tidbits on stuff of the time period to expand one's knowledge. You also get a lot of side quests, some of them very important that can possibly lead to acquiring of other demons to be used in combat or gaining experience to utilize other skills. Music was very exciting. Simple tunes you'd probably hear at the time. Something I appreciate, but it's more calming and a bit nostalgic to how things used to be done. A guy playing his instrument on the street, and as you get close, hearing it come to life and wanting to check it out was nice. Combat music was within the same realm, just upbeat enough at least so you can realize you're in a fight. The main battle theme did grow on us quite a bit as we played. So, let's start with the smaller bad areas and get those out of the way. As much as I love the characters, some of the side character voice acting isn't the best. Not every moment. Mostly just characters you speak to once. Many of these interactions made me laugh more than anything, in a good way. Some loading issues we played on the PS5, and not everything was also always smooth. Had 2 crashes, but those were about a week apart, so not a big deal. And as much as we love the collectibles, there were too many of them. And we will get to that and to why that matters now. So what we're going to do is begin with the area that least concerns us, and that's combat. Not because we didn't like it, but more so because it didn't have the biggest influence on whether we liked the game, or didn't because it was well crafted. As stated before, combat feels more like a puzzle. Enemies has weaknesses and strengths. Figure them out, take out their strengths with your Thaumaturges, and then defeat overwhelming odds. Just a few things bothered us. First is the choice in actions. Some of them just looked too similar, even upgraded versions of attacks, and wish there was some more flair to them. In more hilarious moments is our character using their fists throughout the entire fight with enemies armed with swords and guns. I will never understand, because then at the end of the fight with the final hit, they'll finally pull out their pistol and fire off a shot. Yeah, very funny.
Tenso, Adric, why is he choosing to use his gun now? I think it's because he's low health and he's like, oh shit, maybe I need my gun, right? I think I need my gun, guys. Whatever, bro, come on. Use your gun sooner. Really, guy, I'm actually kind of upset right now. I can't believe he waited all that time. All that time. Just, you know, sure. Yeah, Tenzo, he's funny. His pride refused him to let him use his gun until he was about to die. Clearly. Whatever. Let's give him a concussion. Yeah, that'll give you a concussion already. Headshot.
In combat, the environments are static, usually with bystanders watching. Something that we enjoyed, but every once in a while you would have people entering that are just walking through, and that felt off. Other times I wish there were just more going on with the simple actions being taken. Everything from impacts to the satisfaction of winning a difficult fight is there, and combat can and will get difficult. But I couldn't help feeling characters being a tad more active, like Yakuza Like a Dragon for instance, would have really made me love this more. Seeing an enemy going for an attack just to be interrupted by a salutor and then see their friend freak out from it would put me over the edge. It's something I'd recommend for a second game. Next part is the game's side quests and collectibles. There are a lot, and if you're not paying attention, there will be a lot of backtracking. We managed to collect everything, and it was fun. But a lot of it was just running around a location. A great showing of his power. Seriously, Thaumaturges are scary. Once they find something to latch onto, they'll find you anywhere. But I wish they had done something more meaningful. To complete a collection, you'll need about 5 to 6 items in that category, leading to a short scene with some amazing artwork depicting the time and what they did. Some of these seem very interesting and had the potential to be stories themselves. To complete a collection, you'll need about 5 or 6 items in that category, leading to a short scene with some amazing artwork depicting the time and what they did. Some of these seemed very interesting and had the potential to be stories themselves, so I wish they had taken more of a Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 approach, where finding a few items would reveal a scene or someone would contact you, connecting with the character with whatever they're trying to show involved with this history. Many had stories connected that were fun to read, which is fine to have, but wish that more of these had the main character involved. A great way to have played and explored the world they put together, but could have been so much more. That being said, there are some amazing events that do happen. Just wanted a bit more. That leads us to the most important part, the stats and how they matter. Which they do, but not nearly enough. At the start of the game, they give you a great opportunity to experience how stats will work. Heart, mind, deed, and word. Then depending on your choices, your character can change. But it felt like this only really became prevalent nearing the end, where it all kind of hits you like a tidal wave. I wish there was a slower build up for some of these mechanics, which you do have side quests, especially when trying to get another salutor where these are affected. But with the balancing on these with stats to get new skills, while having to be something that helps you interact with the world, I just felt like I used them less than I wanted and then suddenly really mattering at the end. We felt like having more meaningful side quests connected to collectibles would have fixed this problem. Such a cool mechanic should be used at every given chance. They had some great moments where this came into play and made everything so exciting because of who you have with the character throughout the game. This area of things is what drew us in and made us want to see more. So from a place of love and easily seeing the potential in the second game, these are the things we would recommend really expanding. Of course, due to playing storytelling, there's only so much you could have done, but we loved this all the same. So here it is. The Thaumaturge does a lot correctly. It has strong leading characters that keep you captivated. That, with the unpredictability of your choices, makes it incredibly fun. We didn't talk about the visuals much, but I loved the style. It didn't always look the best, but it hit the vibe so well with this historical piece. But some of the scoring is a bit lower to the constant craving of feeling the game's best areas could have been so much more. It's easy for me with the story, some of it was hard to follow, would require another playthrough to understand it. But I did feel for Wanda and her rebellion with the rich and the patriarchy. Some characters like Victor's friend ended up being far more interesting than I thought, and was relieved when I was able to help them out. The fantasy area like the Golem and the Djinn are wonderful, but I guess it's simpler to say that I didn't enjoy it as much as other games I've played. It's easy to give this game additional bonuses for story replayability. Even though we felt there could have been more opportunities to utilize the stats, it felt worth playing it to get different results. With this thing, we give the game a 6.5. I hope they do a second game one day. The idea of thaumaturges in a modern historical setting is a great one, and I want to see how they expand on everything that they have moving forward. A fun game worth playing with tons of potential. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.